How do you write a book like Seth Godin?
Hi, I'm Seth Godin.
Seth Godin is one of the world's top marketing experts, and he's written over 22 best-selling books. If you want to write a great book, here are 10 things you can learn from Seth Godin to help you make it happen. Plus, at the end, I'm going to make a big announcement. To write a book like Seth Godin, you need to know how Seth Godin writes. The obvious thing to do is to read his books. I've read almost 80% of his books. This will get you into the groove of his style. Next, you'll need to look the part. First, you might need a haircut. Then you might need some glasses. Every author asks, how long should your book be? A typical non-fiction business book is 50 to 60,000 words. They're usually 250 to 300 words per page, and they're quite dense. So, how big are Seth Godin's books? The average length of all these books is 201 pages. But here's the kicker. Counting pages can be misleading. Seth's printed books use a bigger typeface than most business books. That means the word count is much lower. For instance, The Song of Significance is 200 pages long, but at only 200 words per page, that's about 40,000 words. That's 10 to 20,000 words, or 20 to 30% shorter than a typical business book. If you like this video, click the like button down below and let me know. What's the big idea of your book? This is crucial for promotion, especially word of mouth. If I read your book and I can't share the big idea quickly and easily with others, then the spread of your message, the word about your book, slows down. Seth's superpower is the clarity of his message, the big idea. When I read his books, I always walk away with a clear understanding of his key point. And here's the test. Can I share your big idea in less than 60 seconds? Here's my take on his book, Purple Cow. If you saw a purple cow, what would you do? I bet you'd take a photo of it and share it with your friends. When you make remarkable things, your product does the marketing for you. That's the big idea. Can you describe the key message of your book in 1 to 2 sentences? More importantly, can your readers? Most business books have descriptive titles that tell you exactly what the book's about. But Seth Godin's books don't do this. They have unusual titles. What the is a meatball sundae and a purple cow? What does he mean by poke the box? And free prize inside? And how dare he? All marketers are liars? We are all weird? No, I'm not. With Seth's books, you can't always grasp what the book's about just by reading the title. The choice here is to use a benefit-driven title that's descriptive of the idea, or an intriguing concept. To write a great book, you need a strong, unique concept. Seth uses this concept as his title, and then he combines it with a practical, descriptive subtitle. Purple Cow. Transform your business by being remarkable. Linchpin. How to drive your career and create a remarkable future. We are all weird. The rise of tribes and the end of normal. How would you describe Seth Godin's books? In a single word, I'd call them possibility books. He's saying, here's how the world could be. He rarely uses statistics, and they're not case studies to prove a point. Instead, they are built on lots of examples, lots of analogies, and lots of stories to show what's possible. And that's what makes him a thought leader. He challenges our worldview and he presents an alternative.
I have a dream today.
Is your book creating a new world? Wow, this has turned out to be a big video. I started out with 3 or 4 ideas, and the more I dug, the more I found. There's an old joke that asks, how do you eat an elephant? One mouthful at a time. How does Seth write his books? One blog post at a time. Seth writes his books every day in the form of a blog post. On his website, he has literally thousands of blog posts. He's been writing a blog post every day for the past 25 years.
Wow!
That's 9,000 days and 9,000 blog posts.
Wow!
To write a book like Seth Godin, don't write a 200-page business book. Instead, write 200 blog posts. Sure, you'll need a theme to organise them, but create the bricks to build the wall to make the cathedral. One reason that Seth Godin's books are so popular is that they are so readable. And that's because he uses simple language and short sentences. On his website, Seth lists the 10 most popular blog posts that he's written. I copied and pasted his all-time top 10 blog posts into the app Hemingway Editor. That's an app that grades your writing. It points out long sentences, complex words, and basic writing errors. It also tells you the level of education required to read and understand your writing. The lower the level of education, the more people can read and understand your message. Seth's lowest score was 1, and his highest score was 8. And the average score for Seth's top 10 most popular blog posts is 5.4. That's grade 5. A 10 or 11-year-old child. Put your writing to the Hemingway test. What age are you writing for? What do you think? Which one of these Seth Godin writing tips is the biggest insight for you in writing your book? Add a comment down below and let me know. Another part of Seth Godin's writing style is his short sentences. They're not all short, but a lot of them are. I did another analysis of his top 10 most popular blog posts. I counted the number of words in his sentences, and the average length of his sentences is 12 words. How many words are in your sentences? If you want more people to read your writing by writing short, then this is your Bible. It's Peter Roy Clark's book, How to Write Short. Another reason Seth Godin is so readable is his stories. But they're not long stories like most people tell you to write. They're anecdotes or micro stories. Here's an example from the Song of Significance. The deal industrialists made was simple. Show up and do what you were told, and you'll be rewarded. That's a big statement written in everyday simple terms. But here's the home run.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Like for the kid who walks down a dark driveway on Halloween, the promise is simple. Show up and say trick or treat, and there will be candy. Even I get that, and I've never done trick or treat. It's simple, it's universal, it's powerful. Well, there you have it. That's my 10 writing tips to help you write a book like Seth Godin. Now for my big announcement. My motivation for learning how to write a book like Seth Godin is that I'm going to write another book.
Wow!
Yes, I know I said 3 months ago I'd probably never write another book. But here we are. I'm lining up for book, I think it's 13. So who better to learn from than the master himself? Look out for that book in a future video. Gotta go, I've got a book to write.